this beautiful training. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a beautiful morning wherever you are. So, I'm talking to you about the aligned path to accelerate your income to that 10 to 15K, whatever range that you are desiring right now. I know this title says 10 to 15K, but it's literally just for the context of this, but it's simply the same path. You just need to tweak some things and change some things strategically to actually go to the 25 to 50K cash range. It's still the same, but I just want, for the purpose of this training, I'm going to focus on the aligned path to the 10 to 15K, right? So first of all, it's not just about making income, right? It's about making income in an aligned way. And an aligned way is the way that is aligned to who you are and that is aligned to where you are. So based on wherever you are in your business, there is a different strategy that is required. The problem occurs when we are at a different stage in business and we want to use a strategy that is meant for people who are at a different stage in business. For example, if you're currently at maybe averaging 1 to 5K a month or something, and you desire to go to that 10 to 15K a month, the most aligned path for you is not to go and be launching low ticket programs. It's not, right? But because probably maybe you're seeing the people who are more advanced than you on the journey doing this, at times you can be like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to focus on right now. But that may work, but it's not going to be the accelerated path. It's going to be slow. It's going to take time. And at times it may even be hard because it's not really what is tailored to where you are. So there are actually 6 steps or 5 steps that I'm going to discuss in this to actually help you to accelerate and go to that 10 to 15K cash month. And this are both inner work and outer work, right? So the very first step is that you need to expand your container to be able to hold that level of income. The thing is, regardless of where you are in business, you have to be able to do this inner work and this inner money work at each step that you want to actually hit or be able to accelerate your income to. So this means that even if for somebody who is desiring 50K, 100K, whatever, they still have to do the work. Why? Because currently you actually have a current money limit, right? It's like a money limit that when you hit, you need to do some level of deep work to actually expand to that next level. And most of the time, the reason why you are not making the money is not because you don't have the strategy, it's not because you don't have the offer. You're doing the things, you have all the strategy, but then it's still, you're just still circling around the same number. And this is because your internal thermostat is literally set at a particular number. So what needs to be done is we need to actually do more deeper inner work to be able to release the emotional blocks. You need to do inner work to release the mental blocks, and you need to do the inner work to actually regulate your nervous system in order to be able to receive that next level income that you're desiring. So this nervous system work is literally where you will have to really go within. And when I say do this inner work, it may sound like just mindset shift. No, but it really going inside and releasing deep things. And most of the times it's going to have to do with trauma. Most of the time it's going to have to do with reprogramming your subconscious mind. Is going to have to do with transcending the current identity, the identity of the person who is currently making 1K or not having any income, or who's currently making 5K, transcending that identity. Because here's the thing, the moment that you create a result, your subconscious mind actually create an identity about yourself at that level. And especially when you consistently stay there. So this means that, for example, if you are consistently not making any money in your business, or like 1, 2, 3K, and it's consistent, because of that pattern of repetition, your subconscious, you have actually built an identity around yourself at that place, right? So no matter how hard you try to break free from this pattern, or no matter how hard you try to actually go out of this pattern, the strategy may be right, but because the energetic stuff and the inner work stuff is still there, it's just really hard for you to actually break free and go to that next level. So that is one big thing, right? That is one big thing that you will have to work on if you want to actually be able to go to that next level. So doing this inner work is not just the inner work of maybe shifting your beliefs. No, that's like mindset is like the surface level thing, right? But we're talking about really healing and releasing all those emotional blocks stored in your body, regulating your nervous system. We're talking about transcending that limited identity and embodying the new identity of the person holding the income, and being able to regulate your nervous system and create a new pattern in your subconscious mind to be able to hold that level of income that you're desiring to create, right? So because without this level of nervous system regulation, when you hit that level of income, or when you're trying to do the work to hit it, your body is going to hold you back, and your brain is going to be like, no, that's not safe, we can't do that. And when your brain gets into this place of, no, we can't do that, that's not safe, what is going to happen is that you're going to literally start self-sabotaging and just not hit that goal. So if you're desiring to hit, let's say, whatever it is in 2021, you have to be regulated to be able to hold it, right? That's the first step. So if you want to accelerate your income, how fast your nervous system can actually calibrate to that next level income that you're desiring is going to determine how fast you're going to be able to collapse the time into earning that income. And most of the time, when your nervous system and you don't feel safe holding that amount, when that amount comes, probably you're going to accept it once, but the next time you're just either going to spend it, or you're going to manifest problems to actually just sabotage and go around. So we need to expand your internal container as the first step. The first step is really expanding your internal container to be able to have and hold that 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever, and for you to feel safe, right? For your nervous system to not feel like it's danger for you to have that. Now, the second step is that you are going to solve a problem, right? Have one problem that you're solving. If you are below 10K, you'll need to have one problem that you're solving. Now, like I said, this process is what I use regardless of the step, because if you're going from 10K to maybe 20, 25K, is still the same. You just need to solve more problems, or you solve bigger problems, right? You solve more problems, or you solve bigger problems. So it's like, what is the one problem that you're currently solving? What is the problem? What is the problem? Don't tell me about your offer. Don't tell me about your process. What is the problem you're solving? Right? If you are a relationship coach, what is the problem you're solving? Don't say, oh, the problem I'm solving is relationship. What exactly in relationship are you solving, right? And when you are clear on this problem, you need to solve that one problem if you're under 10K. The mistake that you make is that you get distracted by trying to solve too many problems. And because you're distracted by solving too many problems, you end up solving no problem, and people end up not knowing what you do. And because people don't end up not knowing what you do, you end up being in this cycle of either you're just showing up and just motivating people, and at the end of the day, you're not selling and you're not making income, or you end up just being at this place where at the end of the day, maybe even when you show up and you sell, people are not really clear, right? Because it's like, okay. So when you're on the 10K, you don't need programs. You don't even need like big launches. Honestly, you don't need to run the free, like all the things that at times you think that you need. The only thing that you need is to have one problem that you solve. Forget about high ticket offer for now. Maybe when you are at 10K consistently, and then you can now have the space to launch all those low ticket things. But if you want to accelerate, imagine if you have one problem that you're solving, right? And you create one high ticket program around that, right? And each month you're selling, let's say 3 to 5K. If it's 3K, you need 3 people to make 9K. You need 4 people to make actually 12K, right? And if it's actually 5K, you need just 2 people. So you don't need to be everywhere. It's not necessary. At least not at this stage in your business, right? This is so I'm sharing with you the accelerated path. If you just want to go fast, forget about the little things and just create one big stuff. Create one thing that is transformational, that is solving one big problem, right? So what is the problem that you're solving? You need to focus on solving one problem. And then when you have that one problem, you need to show up, right? So that is the third step. The third step on this path to accelerate your income is show up. People need to know that you exist. People need to know that you are out there. People need to see you. People need to see your work. People need to see that you can really help them change their life. And the problem is that most of the time we hide our work. You are hiding your work, you're hiding your potential, you are literally hiding, maybe because you have your own inner things that are holding you back from showing up, right? The fear of being seen, which is the big one. So here, that when it comes to showing up from my work with people at this stage, there are two main things: the fear of being seen, right? And the fear of being seen is often as a result of, oh, what are people going to say, what are people going to think, nobody is going to buy it, and all of these things that come as a result of some past trauma and some past things that may have happened to us. And now we feel like it's not okay to be seen, it's not okay to be ourselves. So it's like the part of you that maybe you're hiding or you're suppressing, or that we were told to suppress or to hide in order to be accepted. When you have all of these things and you're afraid of being seen and you don't show up, or when you show up, you are not really, it's like you're still hiding and you're not showing up, it's going to be really challenging for you to accelerate your income, because for people to buy from you, they need to know that you exist. And in order for them to know that you exist, you have to show up. You have to show up and show them how you are helping them. Show up in your Facebook, on Instagram, wherever the platform that works for you. So show up. So you're going to ask, in order to accelerate your income, you need to show up more. So you need to have that one problem that you're solving, total clarity. You need to do that expansion work. And then the third step is you need to have showing up. Like, you're going to either show up more powerfully or you're going to show up more. So if you're currently not showing up, you need to show up more. The second block when it comes to showing up is that perfectionism, right? We just want to be perfect. And most of the time this one sets in because we are looking at people who are more advanced who are more advanced on the journey. And this could be mentors, coaches, leaders, people who are way ahead of us, right? Who have been maybe in this game for a long time and who've been doing this work and who have maybe polished themselves and all the things. And then maybe you are starting out and you're trying to be like them. And at times also the perfectionism is literally as a disguised form of fear of failure or fear of rejection. It's like you just want to be perfect, because if you're perfect, maybe just you're going to be accepted, and if you're accepted, then maybe you're going to be validated and all of that. So why are you trying to be perfect? If you could just show up as who you are right now, you're going to accelerate your income. Like, if you just show up and share people that how you can help them, if you could just fucking show up just as you, be you, and just show up, right? And then the fourth step to accelerate your income is that you're going to show people how you help them more. So this is like, you need to show your how. You need to show how you are helping people. How are you helping people? How are you helping your clients? How? So your how is literally talking about your process. What is the thing that you're taking people through, right? What is the process you're taking people through in order to give them the result that they desire? The problem is that most of the time, because there are so many people and we don't have clarity around this, we can be like, oh, no, okay, no, people are just going to buy. No, people are not just going to buy. They are going to buy when they are clear, right? They are clear on how you're going to help them. So if you're showing up, you have to create content, and not just any content that speaks to people, content that shows your expertise, content that shows that you know what you're talking about. And you have to show up and show people how. So show your how. Most of the time people will be like, okay, no, I can't show my how because people are like, okay, all these things. If you're not showing your how are people going to know that you can help them, right? So show up, and don't just show up, and don't just show up for visibility's sake, even though that is important at some point when maybe you're just starting out and you're afraid of showing up and all of that. But after that, after you show up and just for visibility's sake, you need to show people how you help them. Like, what is your process? What are you taking them through? What is your unique methodology? Because this is what is going to make you different from other people. How you do it. How do you do it, right? How do you solve the problem? And then this takes me to the last and final step, which is make offers. If you want to accelerate your income, you have to make more offers. You have to sell more. You have to make more offers. So making more offers is talking about telling more people about the work that you do, or telling people many times about the work that you do. So make more offers, talk about your program, sell every day, sell on your profile, sell on your story, sell in your email. Like, you have to be selling something, right? and choose the best way that fits you to be selling. Maybe selling on video doesn't work for you. Maybe selling in post doesn't work for you. Maybe what works for you is email. But maybe for some people that doesn't work and they just, that's okay. But whatever way you've chosen, in order to accelerate your income, you have to sell, sell, sell. You have to share people, invite, like you have to share new ways that people need to come into your world and transform their life. And unless you actually are selling, and most people are actually afraid of selling because they think that selling, you have all this trauma around sales. You have sales trauma, and sales trauma is literally when maybe you have been traumatized as a result of buying, and in some shape or form there's a part of you that is holding back from selling because you are afraid that people are going to experience what you've experienced. Or sales trauma could also be as a result of you, people buying things from you, and then you experience some trauma as a result of them buying, and then now there's this, or them not buying actually, or you sold something and nobody bought it, and because nobody bought that thing, now there's a part of you that doesn't want to make offers anymore and sell anymore because there's this program that nobody is going to buy. So this is like the deep inner work that we need to do. And in the Align Income Accelerator, this is the deep inner work that we are doing. This program is simple. It's simple. So if you're currently not making money, or you're around 1K to 2K to 3K a month, or like literally if you're earning below 5K a month and you want to accelerate your income to that 10K, 15K, come join in Align Income Accelerator, because in this program, we are going to do the inner work, the deep inner work to expand your container for that next level. And here's the thing. The block at times is that when we think that we've done inner work around money one time, we have done it forever. No. And it's not the same. At each stage, you're not going to do the same money inner work. You're going to do different money inner work, right? Different healing, different things, because different things are going to show up, right? And then when you heal this thing, you're going to be like, okay, what is the problem that you're solving? Get that total clarity. And showing up, we're going to heal all that visibility fear, all the visibility wound, that fear of being seen, and that fear, that thing that is holding you back, and you really, really want to show up, but you don't know how. Why? Something is just holding you back. It's like, yeah, it's just holding you back from showing up, and all these things that are coming up for you. And then the next thing that we are going to do for you after like this healing, this visibility wound and all of that, is that we are going to actually get you to show people how you help them, like show people your unique process. We are going to tailor that. We are going to tailor your unique how, your content, polish it up and all of that thing. And then showing people how you help them. You're going to get healed to sell, healed to sell, because the truth is that sales trauma is very subtle, and because it's very subtle, most people don't actually understand that they have sales trauma. They don't have to understand that they have sales trauma because they just think that it has to be something big. But if you look clearly, the reason why maybe you're not showing up and selling anymore is probably because maybe the last time you launched something, nobody bought it, or the last time you tried selling something, you heard crickets, or the last time you sold something, nobody really showed up. And because nobody did show up, that kind of actually just, it just kind of like, you don't know, but it's blocking you. It's blocking you because each time that you want to show up and each time you want to sell something, it's like there's that part of your brain that is like, nope, we're not going to do that because nobody's going to buy. Nobody's interested in that. Nobody's going to pay you. And because their brain is like, nobody's going to pay you, nobody's going to buy, and all of these things, you don't show up. And because you don't show up, you don't make the offers. Or even when you show up, when it comes to selling and making offers, there's this fear and there's this anxiety. We have to accelerate your income. And if this sounds like you're ready for it, come join us in Align Income Accelerator. This program is going to completely change your life, and it's going to be the best program that you have been waiting for. And I look forward to, if you want more details though, shoot me a DM, because this is a group coaching program. It's a 3-month group coaching program where I'm going to coach you we're going to have group coaching calls, and you're also going to have private coaching calls, and then you're also going to have, oh my God, the biggest bonus, access to the Align Coach program. This is my foundational course, like 16 module course on how to build a strong foundation to build your coaching business. And because this is going to be the foundational course, I'm so excited to see you. So if you want more details for this program, simply send me a DM and we are going to have you inside the Align Income Accelerator. I'm going to give you all the details, the date, the price, and everything that you're curious about. Just shoot me a DM. All right, lovely souls. Thank you for being here and sending you lots of love.